All right. About to pull up, light up, get to it. It's been a couple of days. Look, I wasn't playing about the live stuff, but I'm sensitive to the loving spiritual presence that communicates messages of peace and empowerment to me on the daily. My sensitivity as a way for me to know the divine, and my sensitivity grows more powerful as I listen to my feelings, intuition, and inner knowing. Ashe. All right, y'all. I just had to clear this out real quick. Cause I definitely, I got some divine messages I have to share. I wasn't able to share this past weekend, and I was just getting a lot of downloads. So I wrote them down. But today, I'm definitely being obedient and making sure that I get out, put the message out there and share. So yeah, if you tap in on this live, thank you very much. Um, Happy Winter Solstice, y'all. Happy Winter Solstice. This message is a little bit different. The fact of the matter, because these messages, they kept coming for the past 2 days. Like, same similar energy, just different context of the situation, right? So I like to start off by saying, I hope we are getting rest right now in this winter solstice evening. It's dark as ever up here where I live. Not just not too long ago, even got home. I wanted to eat my dinner, but I know I needed to get this out before then because it's time for me to rest and relax. Had a good weekend. Just being very intentional with myself and my energy. Um, and the downloads that I was getting from spirit and like angels, ancestors. I've been seeing like a lot of 111, 111, 333, just a lot of different numbers and stuff like that. That resonates with the message that I'm getting to deliver. Oh, y'all see my baby Yoda in the back? Yeah. So I'm still new to this YouTube, so I'm hope I don't say nothing too out of context because it's a little bit spicy, but it has um reflecting and healing in it as well. Um, so yeah, let's get into it. So I was hearing that we definitely in a space for us to be enjoying the now. This time of rest, this time of just reflection and things like that, just so we can things about to pick up real swiftly. Although the real new year, considering to me, that's just me saying that, I still celebrate the 31st as New Year's Eve, and the first is New Year's Day. But for me, energetically, the real New Year doesn't start until March. So it's still time, but for a lot of us, a lot of things that we have been building on and even seeking that divine clarity, it's coming in swiftly. So your angels are definitely encouraging you to pay attention to the signs and the symbols and the synchronicities of whatever that can possibly be and mean to you. And I'm happy that I was able to go live because I had to write these downloads down yesterday because I had a busy full day. Y'all go check out my other posts. After I went out work, I went to go take myself out to the movies, and I actually even hung out a little bit last night. Like everything was just like kind of flowing for me. So I took advantage of that energy. And I've been up. I did get a little bit of rest because I had my event today. I'll be sharing some photos and stuff about that too. But yeah, so right now, things is coming in swiftly, that divine clarity that you seeking, especially if you being open to asking for it. But source is just telling you right now, like, to continue to trust the most high, trust your angels, your ancestors, your spirit guides, and be grateful and acknowledge your direct connection with them. It is really a powerful thing to embody. It really is giving you the strength and the fortitude. And I'm also being guided as well, just as well as I'm able to tell the collective, like, we have to be a little bit more still, because this is what this winter season is for. It is for the body, it's for things internally to go inward, to take a take a dialogue of everything and really see, like, what has worked, what hasn't worked, what is of you, what is not of you, what is this season that's not serving you no more. Because year one is coming, and that is starting a whole new year spans of cycles. I'm not sure how many years. It could be 9 years, 10 years. I think I'm hearing 9, but this is year 9. We wrapping that up. So being gentle with yourself right now is just most importantly, but staying assertive, staying vigilant, and continuing to trust the process of your journey. Um, but yeah, we gotta be in some stillness, and sometimes stillness don't always literally mean the word be still. It's just being still in the mind, being still in the body, being still in making intentions, like making sure that you following up and meditating on those prayers, and contemplating about the things that you want. Because I'm telling you, when you really being super intentional, and I'm really just learning and tapping more in on this for myself, even on my healing journey. Like, when I'm very intentional about something, it's gravitating to me just like that. So definitely was glad to share that. um and just being open to the spirituality that is honestly within all of us and around us. um and something spirit was telling me too, like, because my creativity is just oozing out on a whole nother level right now. And that's probably because I'm like, I'm celibate. That ain't no secret, it ain't nobody business, but I'm sharing that because that's a part of this message as well. That's why I said it might get a little bit spicy, but it come with intentions of through healing and things like that. So yeah, I was getting that. Know that love is the creative force. So, as long as you put in love into everything that you do, expect for that to have an outlasting outcome, especially on anything that you probably even never had before. And for some of us, that's probably like maybe a little far fetched to like just think, because we've been intentional with things before and we just didn't see the fruits come from that. But those fruits are coming from that now. So it's it's a humbling process. This is how the universe humble you. It's like, do you really want it? Do you really want it? Are you claiming this? Is it really yours? All right, well, if I bring it back and you treat it with that same tender love and care that you put into it, then know that now is the right divine timing for it. And that's powerful, because that has to stretch your faith from the limitations that you may put on yourself or even others may put on you. But yeah, like, um and welcoming, that will lead you to certain guidance and support that you need on your spiritual journey, on your journey in general in life. So, yes, people chiming in. I don't know, ain't nobody in it right now. I got one light. Cool. I'm just gonna stay focused and keep going, get this message out because I want to go eat my food and chill and rest. Um, Divine intervention. Um, which that looks so different for a lot of us too. Uh, but I believe I'm hearing that anything is possible. You know, especially when you honoring your higher power. That's really giving you the guidance that you internally need. You got that internal compass within you. You know, God, Most High God, universe, however people want to express it, is really completely up to you. You know, higher self, but yes, that higher conscious living, that awareness. Um, but when we let the higher power have more active presence, within us, and it doesn't look like how other people always try to perceive it and put it out there to other people, dynamics, because they just don't see themselves fully into that. So, but yeah, when you definitely let the higher power have more active presence in your life, um, you have to continue to truly trust that you are being divinely guided and, surrender to this truth. You know, I created an affirmation out of that as well because it's just so profound to me right now that, a lot of us don't got nobody out there to support us, but the divine creator and our angels and our ancestors, the ones that we choose to acknowledge here in this plane. um but the Most High God wants you to definitely know, your angels, your ancestors, your spirit guides want you to definitely know you're not doing it alone, and that you are loved, you are guided, and you are protected by a higher source. So it's no denying that no more. Even as you continue to go about your journey with uncertainty, you feel me? Also as well, another thing that's a double confirmation, being open to seeking the guidance in your quest. Like, some of us are on deeper journeys, on different levels and dimensions of things than other people are. So it requires for us to have support in that realm of that. But I was also getting to, like, it's you when you be still and you invite source in, and you listen for the wisdom inside of you, um, and be open to that. It really allows you to connect and see, even guiding you to that support and help that you need that's outside of you. So that can definitely be a message as well for somebody. Um, Spirit definitely wants us to enjoy the now, um, which is not as easy as being said. I know it's the holiday season, and a lot of, in this part of the world, in the United States, we got this holiday called Christmas approaching, and a lot of us celebrate different dynamics and dimensions of things too. So that's all cool. We like one big melting pot over here, you know what I'm saying? And we don't judge. I listen, and I share, and I hope ain't nobody judging me, for me being obedient and being able to listen and share. So, yes, and Spirit is definitely requiring us to continue to choose faith over fear, because there are going to be times and moments where this life is about to look so different that you once lived, because we are in we the new earth is here, like that. I hate to say it like that because it might sound cliche, and I know other people probably come across other people who say stuff like that, but it's real, y'all. But when you frequency traveling, like, you could connect with people that you could go back to your own frequency. You could stay very high vibrational, or you can go back to a lower frequency. It all really depends on you, but Source said choose faith over fear because things are going to be looking very differently. And, a lot of us are healing through certain trauma dynamics, trauma bonds with family, people who, just might have had similar experiences or even like certain dynamics that we have. And we kind of bonded with people through those things or, soul ties and things like that. Like, just know it's about to look different. That's the best thing that I can say because even to myself as well, like I'm definitely still tearing down some illusions of things that just I'm just able to see things more clearly than I was able to see them before. Um, and let's get into the spicy part about this. Now, I say it's spicy and please speak through me, y'all, so I can be able to get this message out clearly and not be like tagged or however whatever they do on YouTube when you saying something that's probably out of context. That's not what I'm trying to do at all. Um, Sexuality came up. Y'all heard me just say like I'm practicing celibacy right now. I'm just practicing more self-love, honestly. Like I'm just choosing not to want to share myself with nobody in that type of intimate way. I want to be more intimate with myself. You know what I'm saying? In that type of way. Not like not like intimate with myself and like, all that pleasure, but finding more things within me that makes me feel whole. Like when I kicked it this weekend by myself, it was a vibe. Like it was definitely a vibe. And like I'm like, damn, I'm a vibe all by myself, just as well as I go into other places and environments and be a vibe there. Like I'm a vibe myself. I'm the energy that I attract. So I'm really tapping more in on that. And it's really being shown as a mirror and a reflection back to me. Like, baby, you all you need, right now in this season. And I'm truly grateful to continue to nurture on that because that hasn't been the easiest thing for me. Like I've always been alone, only child, and I got siblings, you know what I'm saying? But like just different dynamics for me that other people can probably relate to. Like, I don't mind being alone with. I really don't. And everybody don't get certain parts of me, especially now since I am on this, healing journey and just breaking certain generational cycles and things like that. So, and I'm proud, but it's not an overnight thing. And before I get into that, because that's the overall point of the message that I'm sharing. But sexuality. So it came up yesterday, and anytime when that comes up for me, I'm like, who in my energy? Like, I just instantly, because I'm not checking for nobody like that. But, and it really stems from me too. Like, I feel like it's just more parts of me that I still need to embody healing when it comes to that. Because I don't want to share my body with another individual. And it's like, no benefits in that for me or the other person. You know what I'm saying? Like that's an energy exchange. So I'm just like really learning. Like I have to be intentional because my energy is sacred. That thing, she's sacred. And it's just is what it is. But keeping it PG. um, yeah. So sexuality came up back to back, and y'all, Spirit wants us to go deep in that aspect because that is a part of the healing journey, and that's going to look different just as well as the lifestyle is about to be looking different. That's about to be looking different too. Um, Somebody could be really harnessing some powerful sexual energy over there. Yeah, and Spirit just wants you to, um, I'm gonna share what Spirit was telling me yesterday, and then it's gonna fall into it being repeated yet today. Honor and respect your sexuality, point blank, period. You know, and allow those natural feelings to flow. Uh, Thoughts is thoughts, and sometimes them thoughts about sexuality ain't always ours. And that has a lot to do with the sacral chakra too, where the creativity and the passion and things come from, and a lot of that has been distorted and violated from us at a young age. So like we still some adults out here living in sexual trauma and still having partners, and that's not doing nothing but keeping up that same energy of that. And Source was just really telling me like it's natural, we come from sex, although we've all had different experiences when it comes to sexuality and things like that, but it's possible to be able to be whole in that area as well if you willing and open to that space and even healing and time that you need with that. But allow those natural feelings to flow, because when you don't allow the natural feelings to flow, you cause blockages. And you don't need your sacral chakra to be blocked up when you got to make money out here, when you got to, you know what I'm saying, make good choices out here so you can be able to sustain and maintain. So, you have to acknowledge that sexual thoughts will arise. And, what Spirit was telling me, like, I have to release any type of unnecessary guilt regarding sex, you know, but also being mindful too, like, just because I've had certain experiences in the past, I'm not trying to bring those experiences here with me into the present or in the future. So I think that's why Spirit was like really being adamant with me, like it's time for you to let some things go when it's regarding that you may not even know that you holding on to when it comes to that. Even for just in general, like you ever be thinking about somebody or had one of them type of dreams or anything, and it's just like you just don't know, and you question it, and then you come to the realization it's like, oh, somebody's thinking about me in this type of way, or oh, like, dang, like, why am I thinking about this person in this type of way? Like, but it's all good and it's all real, acknowledge that these things are going to happen, and you're a human and you here to live, have a human experience, and you're going to make the most of this because you're going to make better choices now, even when it comes to your sexuality. So that's a big one. um Spirit is also saying be open to positive sensual feelings, and I expanded upon that word because like I said, a lot of us are in different situations, and some of us don't even think some of this stuff is possible, but I'm sharing it with you, baby. It really is, and that's why I'm doing the necessary work so I can know for myself that this is very much possible. But it takes work, it takes consistency, it takes open-mindedness, and it just being able to receive, because pleasure is a good thing. It can help balance and temperance out the ebbs and flows and the harshest realities of life, but we have to kind of look at it in a different way. um but yeah, so acknowledge those sexual positive sensual feelings coming to you from others. It could be real strong right now, real strong. But if you made a vow to yourself, if you made that, intention to yourself, please keep it. Because I found out when I have intentions with myself and then I break that intentions for somebody who are at that momentary pleasure moment, it'd be like, joke's on you, like we still got some learning to do. You feel me? But it's a beautiful thing to learn, but we don't want to keep learning the same things over and over again. That's a cycle, right? So those positive sensual feelings is coming, and be open to just, be like, okay, you don't gotta receive it. You don't gotta do the 1-2. Just acknowledge it and be like, I still got it. You know what I'm saying? Like, not even being like cocky or weird or nothing. Like, you a spiritual being having a human experience. You was born through sex. You was born through that creative magnetism. That's what I said. Back to the message when I was saying that love is the creative force, Like, we embody that, whether if we was able to get it or receive it or not. So that's why I'm here encouraging it, because we got to continue to create that. That's the new foundation. You know, that's what I'm building my foundation on. Continuing to build it on love, truth, integrity, and maintain your sacredness. That was a good one, Source. Thank you for that message. I received that one. But and as well as those positive sensual feelings coming towards you, like I said, you don't have to accept it. You don't gotta be rude or nothing about it either, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, just keep it direct. Keep the energy direct, because it's a lot of spicy energy in the constellations going on right now. A lot of testy energies and spirits too. And as you continue to heal and you embody certain things, you're going to become more magnetized into light and dark. And those will be the times where you'll be tested the most. I had to tell this one young man who I was connecting with, not on that type of side, but just, like a tribe wise, like a little brother or something. I said, yeah, this how they get you, through your emotions, through your feelings. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how they get you. Get that energy, take that money, you know what I'm saying? Take that, like, just know how that's how people they done try to get me, like I ain't being God though. Like, I'ma still be me, open, expressive, speaking who my truth, living my authentic self, and embracing who I am now, like, you know. And when I'm ready to take it there with somebody, it's gonna be fine. Like, because I'm being intentional. I ain't just doing it how I would normally do it. Not saying like I wasn't just doing it like that, but I have put myself in some situations just because, like, momentary pleasure. You in it for the long haul. And when they say you think about other people, you think about your future generation. You think about your future lineage. And, you being who you need to be now so they can be able to be who they need to be for them. You know. Uh, but yeah, just keeping it direct, keeping that sexual energy, that sexual activity direct. And I'm gonna do some more like meditating on that, because I think it's a little bit more deeper into that I'm not getting. Oh, chakra healing. Yes, 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 yes. Chakra healing. So that can definitely help and support with that type of energy. Like I said, that sexual energy is just sacral energy, the womb energy, and it affects a lot of things. Little do people know. But practicing chakra healing, I'll gather some resources and tools for y'all. And I'll share them. And all my knowledge is free right now. Like, this my free game knowledge. I'm blessed to be able to receive. So I get fulled up and I share it, because that's what I'm supposed to do, until I'm being led otherwise to do something different. Um, but yeah, practicing that shake, and it's not easy, y'all. So, like, for myself, what I said I was gonna start doing to be more intentional with that, because I am doing generational lineage healing, and you know it's a lot in that. I ain't gonna mention all of that in this video, in this live, but it's a lot into it, and that comes with that. Even with me rocking orange, like, I'm working on that sacral chakra as I, being intentionally, and not even like, being subconscious of it, just doing it. But what I can share with y'all now is I do like a 10-minute And I want to start continuing to do it, like switch it up a little bit, but like a 10-minute meditation for my sacral energy and my womb, you know, because it just needs it needs that on top of, doing yoni, steaming, yoga is another way to, heal the chakras. Just being patient, though. Be patient and consistent with your journey and your process, because once you continue to get your own systems in alignment with yourself, um you'll start to see those results of whatever it is that you're trying to do. And that's some secret sauce right there, man. Cause it ain't even a secret. It's just like people don't want to hear it, people don't want to do it, but they want them results. And it's like, you gotta do the work, you know? Period, for yourself. Um what else? She believed she could, so she did. That's what's up. This is over here just receiving right now. Yeah, so inner harmony. Yes. Trust that you'll ignite wisdom. Even with all the messages that I just shared with you. Like if this didn't fully resonate with you, so be it. It may not be for you, but maybe at a later time. But trust your own ignite wisdom, you know, and respond accordingly to these energies and activities and things that's going to be coming towards you. The shift that the Most High God, the universe, is just, bringing into your energy, into your field. Respond accordingly, because that's something you have control over. Once you do have a certain type of knowledge, you do become accountable for, certain things and certain people out here. It's all through faith and belief, but it's real, you know? So, you being asked to respond accordingly to these things. And sometimes you got to get a little nuck if you buck, because people don't know how to respect your boundaries and listen. But we coming out of that season, but we still got to be able to hold and maintain that. So, yeah. Don't let your mind, create doubt and, um, override your strong gut feelings about anything. My biggest thing that I do, and I'm intentional because I am a prayer warrior, a spiritual warrior. Um, I talk to my team before I do anything. I make sure I'm really receiving from who I need to receive it from, so I can be able to go forth and carry that out. Because you want to continue to be at peace, with yourself, and those around you. Even if people not really even able to understand your journey right now. Like, even for me, like, I'm finally speaking up, sharing truths, doing the things that fulfills me, and not just that, like, allow source to continue to speak through me as a being, that has a purpose just like others. So, and peace is everything. I'm learning that as well. Like, whatever disrupts that, I'm checking in on why am I allowing it to be disrupted? Why am I giving it that energy and that power? And then I'm calling it back, and then I'm exiting stage left. Period. And it comes with a lot of that. Sometimes I even like overwhelm or overthink it, because it's just like that. Sometimes I'm still human, but I really appreciate source for even bringing stuff back around, so I can have the opportunity to show up as I need to be to change that and transform that. Yeah, because we not harboring unrealistic expectations over here of ourselves or of others. Y'all see people and y'all see their true colors. How much more are we going to continue to question it? How much more are we not going to be able to sense and know, like, gut feeling? Hold on, throat chakra. Gut feeling, intuition, third eye. That's source, your higher self speaking through you, to you, letting you know, like, hey, how do we really feel about this? Is this really, So, but, because personal power doesn't come from being um egotistical or anything. Like, I definitely make sure like I'm checking me at the front door always. And but sometimes that has been a burden to me too, because just because I'm so quick to be accountable, for situations, that doesn't give people the space to be accountable for their own shit. So I just learned now, like, yeah, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be accountable for what's mine, but you gonna take that on over there. That ain't mine. That ain't me. It stops with me. um, yeah, and we don't have the desire to manipulate people, like, and people do that, like they get you through sex, they get you through emotions, they get you through money. It's like that's why you got to make sure you hold within yourself, so when these energies and these spirits come around, you don't have to worry about it. It's gonna be like a walk in the park for you, just like, oh, I see that, I see that, that's what that was when I dealt with that back in the day. All right, we done with it. Like, it really does get more efficient the more you practice and you keep going forward. So spirit just want us to, know that, because overall we have inner harmony, and in the things we do, and trust that the foundation of your thoughts and actions is just trusting yourself. you know so if you having a problem out there with trusting yourself, you're not alone. Don't make yourself feel no bad or no worse for you know just reestablish that relationship with yourself, so you can do that. you know this turned out to be a little bit longer than I thought. I'm ready to go eat. I just got me a sweet baked potato. I'm about to smash that, watch me a good old movie, and just, give myself a foot massage. I'm not a foot massage, a foot soak, a detox. Yeah, just unwind. Um, I did see like the King of Wands, and just having that assertive energy, because you are mastering like emotional maturity, emotional mastery. Y'all gotta excuse me, and when I share with y'all why some of the things come out my mouth and why I speak and say that, uh that's just gonna be another part of me that is gonna be vulnerable with sharing, because this is a space of that. But it's a reason behind the slurs and all that, and the me catching my breath, and it's not just sort of speaking through me. And thank you, Most High, for allowing me to be able to express this right now, because this was a lot to do with why um it took me a minute to share. um yeah, and I'm going to continue to work on that, and it's going to get better. It's already getting better, because it was a mind over matter thing, but now I know, like, I have to heal it, because I can't just keep acting like it didn't happen you know so uh yeah, so this, I hope this encouraged you, like, look ahead to know, like, that work that you've been doing is finally paying off. It's the foundation of your new beginnings. So look forward today and know that your life is, your future is looking beautiful, with the things that you learned, the things that you embodied, the boundaries that you set with yourself as well as others, staying in that vibrational frequency, even when it wasn't easy to do, when you really wanted to just off with some heads and, in some. I get it. Yeah. Mm hmm. But seriously, though. And then, what was it? The Pentacles, money. It's flowing. A lot of that has been the issue. That's why you gotta heal that sacral chakra, because it allows you to embody the creativity and the things that you you need for you to just stay focused. Um, yeah. So 6-7. Have any of y'all been seeing that number lately? 67. That's another message. 67, 67. Um, just like I just mentioned with the third eye and the crown, 6, 7. What I got from that though, and I had to go in my angel number book. I do have one of those, and it was talking about enlightenment. Yeah, y'all, it's getting real. Enlightenment says, wake up, be present, pay attention to your body's sensations, and acknowledge, your emotional state, and just simply be. Yeah, just be. Don't feel no type of way about nothing that comes up and occur. It could be anger, it could be whatever. This is how you alchemize and you transmute that shit. So 6, 7, enlightenment. Wake up. Pay attention to you. Know what's of you and what's not of you. And this winter solstice, as you rest and receive, as above, so below, as within. Come on, y'all. I'm sharing with y'all. And I need y'all to know and tap in with me. For real. But yeah. And then it was 6, 7, 2. 6, 7, 2 is and I can share this, right? Because this was personal, but this is a collective message into it as well. Fitting in. You learning about yourself right now, so be gentle with yourself. That's why you're going into certain situations and things with a different mindset. Our perspectives create those realities. So, and what I got from that is it was a question behind it, like, where in my life do I feel out of place, and how do I feel about that, and what is it teaching me? And that's just like now, me getting up, being more expressive, sharing myself, being intentional, being obedient to what I feel is living and breathing and speaking through me as I open up and I invite it in. I don't have to dim my light. I don't got to go into certain places and fake the funk with certain people. I stay solid with Eb, and I love that about me. Other people might love that about me too. I know other people might hate that as well, but hey, I'm not here to be liked. And that was something that I had to grow out of, like wanting to be liked by everybody. Like, a lot of people really don't even like themselves, y'all. Seriously, like, if you really, if you only really knew, like, and it's sad, but it's their truth. But it's like, why don't you like yourself? So many people and things just try to make me not like myself, and I had to transmute all that shit because, as I learned and overcame, life challenges, I transcended my consciousness. And I'm grateful for that. But yeah, being my authentic self, and me being okay with saying, like, I don't gotta fit in. I don't gotta do what other people doing. I don't gotta do YouTube videos like how other people doing them, or even the people who I watch and support and things like that. I can genuinely be me. Eb. That universal cause divine spark. Yeah. But yeah, like that came from that. So, it's all good. It's all good. I hope y'all receive something out of this as well. Like I said, this is way longer than what I expected. 44, that's protection. But yeah, emotional mastery. Welcome to it. No more being manipulated. I can't say the other words I was gonna say. Detox, P-ties. Don't do it. But I'm not saying don't experience your life, That's just like me. I'm like, dang, I don't think I like the kind of guys that I once used to like. And that's okay. I ain't gotta like the immaturity, unhealed soul. I want me a healthy, just benevolent, Like, ooh, come on, spirit, speak through me, speak through me. Let me know. Like, yes, that emotional availability, like, just being able to tap in with me and enriching my life and what I've already, you know, brung enlightenment and enrichment to. So definitely a protector. Yeah. Just putting it out there. uh but yeah, we stepping into that compassionate leadership, y'all. I'm grateful to be able to do so as I share my journey, because you know, it's all good. It's all good. Everything ain't all bad and everything ain't all good, right? That's life, the cycles, the ebbs and flows, the dualities, the ups and downs. We living in it. We breathing through it. Um, Anything else before I wrap up? Oh yeah, I hope y'all, we still in this new moon energy. I hope y'all setting them intentions, planting them seeds, writing y'all wishes down and y'all deepest desires and goals, and focusing on how it feels to you know, achieve that. I think that's it, y'all. Wait. So, trust the process of your efforts. All this that I just expressed and explained is the best that I could. It's a process. You might just be new on a journey. You might have been on a journey, gathering new techniques and tools and resources. Or you may have been in the shadows with the journey and you ready to come to the light. Trust the process of your journey, though. Wherever you are where you meant to be, but you're not going to be there for long. Whether that's even internally and externally, you know? Um, but them efforts are going to pay off. Those efforts are going to pay off in divine timing. We don't always know what that is. So give yourself some grace and some wiggle room to experience and discover what that truly is for you. Appreciate the pause. Appreciate these holiday times, giving y'all time off from work and the busy societal life. Even if you are still, working and on the go, because, as an entrepreneur myself and things like that, it goes. But creating that flow, that system, that ritual that you need, so you don't be draped up by the worldly things. Um, Appreciating this pause to realign with purpose. It's never too late. It's never too late to realign with yourself, connect with your own energy, and really do what you need to do for you. And I guarantee others are going to benefit from that, hopefully in a positive way, you know. Um, yeah, because patience is an investment. And this was one of my Substack articles that I had wrote about, what is an investment to you. Go check it out, if you feel led to. But yeah, patience is an investment, and it leads to what is it? It leads to a bountiful future. You know, we talked about looking ahead, looking not too far ahead, staying present, but just looking forward to knowing, like, damn, I done planted these seeds. I done uprooted that unstable foundation. Now I have a foundation that is built on love, truth, and whatever that is for you, and you're looking forward to that. We're building that. We're stepping into that. We already called it in. We manifested it, whatever, and it's happening. It's happening. uh, yeah. Keep using your energy to build and not destroy. Sometimes we do got to destroy things too, so know that you have that power as well. But that's what's going on in the world right now. And that's honestly what's happened with us internally. You get to choose. Build and destroy, or build and keep building. Oh, I got a message behind that. You know, legacy over validation. I'm about to tap in on that one. That one just hit different. Legacy over validation, because that's what I'm over here doing. I'm focused on I ain't worried about it. Let me speak correctly. I'm focusing on my foundation of legacy. What legacy am I really leaving here and behind? It ain't even always got to do with materialistic things. Like I said, the foundation is built on the stable ground now. That foundation that my parents or nobody didn't even give me, that wasn't built on nothing stable. That's why it ain't last. That's how I know I'm out here breaking those generational cycles and curses. For real, like I can really genuinely speak like this with ease and comfort, because even though it ain't easy and it ain't probably popular to people, it's my purpose. It's a part of my calling. And I'm just a vessel. So, yeah. For sure. I keep looking over here, y'all, because my window right here, and it's just my reflection looking at me like, you got it, girl. You got it. All right, y'all. Happy winter solstice. I'm tapping out. Be gentle with yourselves. Peace.